Davante Adams, everything has gone terrible for Davante Adams lately. It's been a bad few weeks for him. He's only caught 7 passes and 17 targets over the last 2 weeks. His fantasy production has been boosted by 3 straight games of scoring a touchdown. I think that streak ends in week 4. And for what it's worth, those 3 touchdowns in consecutive games, that accounts for 40% of Davante Adams' fantasy points so far. That is not sustainable. I know Davante Adams is a touchdown scorer, but it's problematic that high of a percentage is making up your fantasy points. He's been bailed out by touchdowns. So the Broncos, they've given up the fewest fantasy points, the fewest receiving yards, and the 7th fewest receptions to wide receivers this season. For instance, I'm going to give you the 3 wide receivers that they've faced. DK Metcalf with 7 receptions for 36 yards. Brandon Cooks went 4 receptions for 54 yards. Brandon Ayuk went 3 receptions for 39 yards against the Broncos. Like, even Deebo Samuel didn't do much against the Broncos. Something just doesn't look right in the Raiders' offense. So, bad matchup, plus trending the wrong way for Davante Adams. Plus, it seems like there's brokenness in how Josh McDaniel is running this Raiders offense. I mean, Mac Hollins was getting big play down the field. Mac Hollins, former 4th-round pick, but nowhere close to the talent level of Davante Adams. It's problematic. I think that the double teams are causing problems for Davante. I moved Adams down to wide receiver 12 this week. He is a back-end wide receiver 1 for me, and maybe I move him slightly higher because we found out today that Amon-Ra St. Brown isn't going to be out there. But you have to lower expectations for Davante Adams until we start to see a pattern of him raising that back up. He's competing in targets with Darren Waller, right? Who's the useful piece? I know Hunter Renfrow is out this week, but it might just be more Mac Hollins, and Davante Adams plays more of the slot. Maybe it's more Darren Waller. We will see, but it's not looking good for Davante Adams.